6 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. The Prime Minister discussed environmental issues with the world leaders in Baku today. Shahbaz Sharif will represent Pakistan at the Climate Action Summit of COP29 in Baku, Azerbaijan. The Federal Minister for Science and Technology has underscored the role of creative education in driving economic growth. At the United Nations, Pakistan has once again opposed any proposal to create additional permanent seats in the Security Council. The All-Party Hurriyat Conference has expressed grave concern over the mistreatment of Kashmiri political detainees in different jails of India and the territory. In India, curfew has been imposed in several areas of Manipur state after 11 people were killed in latest ethnic clashes. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif held informal meetings with world leaders at the opening ceremony of the 29th Climate Action Summit COP29 in Baku today. He interacted with the United Arab Emirates President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan and discussed cooperation on climate change and matters of mutual interest. The Prime Minister also met the Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan and the First Lady Emine Erdogan. They discussed cooperation on globally highlighting issues of environmental pollution and climate change. Besides, Shahbaz Sharif met the Uzbek President Shavkat Mirziyoyev and the Tajik President Imam Ali Rahman. They discussed conservation of glaciers and water resources in Central Asian countries and Pakistan. They also exchanged views on expanding communication links among Pakistan, Tajikistan and Uzbekistan. On the occasion, the Prime Minister also talked to the Nepalese President Ramchandar Paudel and the Chief Advisor of Bangladesh's interim government, Dr. Muhammad Yunus. They discussed the growing temperatures, the threat of rising sea levels, and forest conservation in South Asia. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif is representing Pakistan at the Climate Action Summit of COP29 in Baku, Azerbaijan. On his arrival, he was warmly received by the President of Azerbaijan, Ilham Aliyev, and the United Nations Secretary-General Antonio Guterres. The Prime Minister will participate in a high-level event, Glaciers 2025 Actions for Glaciers, organized by the Tajik President for the protection of glaciers. Shahbaz Sharif will also hold separate meetings with the Prime Ministers of Denmark and the Czech Republic who are attending COP29 summit. In these meetings, discussions will focus on the promotion of bilateral relations. The Prime Minister will also shed light on the climate change-related risks faced by Pakistan. The Interior Minister Mohsin Naqvi has reiterated Pakistan's commitment to the fight against terrorism. He was talking to Pakistan Muslim League Quaid-e-Azam leader Chaudhry Shujat Hussain in Lahore today. The Interior Minister said new roads in Islamabad would be named after the martyrs, and the provinces would also be asked to adopt the same policy. The Minister for Planning and Development, Ahsan Iqbal, has called for a coordinated effort to deal with the challenge of climate change. Addressing a meeting regarding smog and air pollution in Islamabad today, he also emphasized the need for capacity building of relevant departments to cope with the situation. Referring to the impact of smog on human lives and economy, the Planning Minister underlined the need for steps on war footings to meet the challenge. The Federal Minister for Science and Technology, Dr. Khalid Maqbool Siddiqui, has underscored the role of creative education in driving economic growth and societal transformation. He was addressing the inaugural ceremony of the Karachi chapter of Pakistan Institute of Fashion and Design at the historic Mohatta Palace Museum in Karachi today. He highlighted the importance of linking design and fashion arts with the industry. Speaking on the occasion, the Vice-Chancellor of the Institute, Professor Hina Tayyaba Khalil, emphasized Pakistan Institute of Fashion and Design's role in cultivating design talent and contributing to the nation's cultural and economic landscape. The Punjab government has developed a comprehensive strategy to prevent smog. The Provincial Minister for Primary and Secondary Healthcare, Khwaja Imran Nazir, and the Provincial Minister for Specialised Healthcare and Medical Education, Khwaja Salman Rafiq, said this during a meeting with the Turkish Consul General Ali Arbash in Lahore today. The provincial health ministers apprised that the direction of eastern winds in cities like Lahore and smoke from vehicles, factories, and burning of crop residues are major contributing factors to smog. The Turkish Consul General Ali Arbash on the occasion said the Turkish government will take all possible steps to provide the necessary technology and equipment for smog prevention. This is Radio Pakistan. Pakistan has once again opposed any proposal for creation of additional permanent seats in the United Nations Security Council. Delivering a statement in the United Nations General Assembly, Pakistan's permanent representative to the United Nations, Munir Akram, emphasized that addition of new permanent members will only deepen the paralysis within the Security Council. Munir Akram said the ongoing genocidal war in Gaza has proven that Security Council's frequent failures to effectively respond to threats to international peace and security are due to the inability of its permanent members to agree on a decisive action. In the Indian and illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, the All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed grave concern over the prolonged detention and mistreatment of Kashmiri political detainees in different jails of India and the held territory. In a statement in Srinagar today, the APHC spokesman termed detentions under draconian laws as a systematic effort to suppress political struggle of the Kashmiri people. He highlighted the inhumane conditions endured by Kashmiri detainees, including overcrowded cells, isolation, denial of medical treatment, and indefinite confinement without due process. The spokesman called on the international community to stand in solidarity with the Kashmiri detainees and their families. Currently, thousands of Kashmiris, including the APHC chairman Musarrat Alam Bhatt, Shabir Ahmed Shah, Mohammad Yasin Malik, Naeem Ahmed Khan, and Asian Darabi, are languishing in jails. In India, curfew has been imposed in several areas of Manipur state after 11 people were killed in latest ethnic clashes in the state. Manipur has been engulfed in violence since May last year due to clashes between Meitei and Kuki tribal communities that resulted in the killing of over 230 and displacement of 50,000 people. In Lebanon, 21 people were killed in the latest Israeli strikes in northern town of An Yaqub today. So far, 3,200 people have been killed and about 15,000 wounded in the Israeli attacks on Lebanon. Israel has announced opening of the Kisufim crossing point for delivering aid to the Gaza Strip. The announcement was made by Israeli Army in a joint statement with the Israeli Defense Ministry agency responsible for civilian affairs in the Palestinian territories. The announcement came ahead of a deadline given by the United States. American Secretary of State Antony Blinken and Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin had warned Israel to improve aid delivery to Gaza till November 13th or face withholding of military assistance from the United States. And now cricket, the first T20 of the three-match series between Pakistan and Australia will be played at Brisbane on Thursday. The second T20 between the two teams will be played in Sydney on Saturday, while the third and last T20 match is scheduled to be played on Monday in Hobart. Earlier, Pakistan won the three-match one-day international series against Australia 2-1. And finally, the weather report. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country, while cold conditions are likely in hilly areas during the next 12 hours. However, cloudy weather with rain, snowfall over the mountains is likely at isolated places in Gilgit-Baltistan and Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. Smog is likely to prevail in the plain areas of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and most parts of the Punjab, while dense fog is also likely during morning and night hours. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.